this is not working anymore. I got a few problems with it. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of dirt in here. So it's throwing errors, and not only that, but it's leaking here on the top, which is probably a problem with the seal. But that's been leaking actually way before we got dirt in the line. This all started when I had to change the water pump outside, and when I did that, brought up a lot of dirt. I did not have this pre-filter here. This is new. Not hooked up yet, as you can see. So it has a little switch, a little valve built in, so I don't have to put valves on the outside. So using shark bites this time instead of my old soldering, which I put this in about 7 years ago. This brand has been giving me problems because even like 3 years in, I had to replace the motherboard in it, and the problems back here as well. So I'm gonna get rid of this brand and gonna put in a Rheem, which is on order. So I'm gonna have to splice into here with an elbow to click into here. And then I'm gonna take, this is gonna become the in on the new water softener, and the out, I'm gonna put another one of those flexible cables over here and cut this. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be a problem, a lot of work, but never used snake bites before. This is my first time with snake bites. I did a lot of cleaning right before I put these in, and I'll show you when I put that last one in. So I'm gonna have to drain the water. Definitely drain the water, and shut off supply to the house. And I have a shut off over here. I'm gonna shut that off so I won't go into the rest of the house, and I'll just isolate this one area so I can work on it. So yeah, this is gonna take a little time. I'm figuring about 2 hours to get rid of the old one and bring in the new system. But so this is a prelude to doing the actual work. Even though I set this up already, this is pretty fairly easy to do. And we'll do the last final piece, which I'm still thinking will take probably about 2 hours. We will see. So next up. Now just to get some idea, this is all new to me because I did the soldering of the pipes instead. So I got a few of these. And as you can see, I actually did some practice. So I did put this in already, but it's not connected, so that has to go where I said before, into there. And this one is gonna have to go into one of these. But for now, so as you can see, these slip right in, and you have to make sure they go all the way in. And I got a marking tool. I'm still going to clean the pipe like I was doing soldering. So this is the little depth guide marking tool. And so I'm cleaning the pipe. As you can see, I cleaned the pipe. Make sure you get all the burrs off of the inside and outside. And then once you feel that it's actually really clean and there's no burrs on the inside or the outside, then you can click it in. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Well, here's the new unit, and we're going to take out the old one before we even move this one. So, you got all that to take out. Well, I got the old one out. Took a lot of, had to use my really narrow pipe cutter because the big one wouldn't fit. But it looks like I got everything out. Now the hard part is lining stuff up. So this elbow will come out, and the braided hose will connect with the shark bite somewhere around here. But I gotta get this over to there. Well, it's been exactly 1 hour. I started at noon, and after a lot of alignment, I got things where they should be, but I haven't turned on the water yet or put in the new system. This is just residual in the line. So I got everything lined up with the marks. The depth tool is all lined up. These all clicked in, and I had to go extra strength. And I had to take this one out make it a little shorter, ½ inch, so everything will line up, and I had just enough room down here, and that's it. So it lines up. Is that line? Yep, that line is all the way. Okay. So this is the last one I just put in. That took a little extra strength to get that in. Now we'll bring in the water softener and hook it up and turn on the water and pray that there's no leaks. It's the first one I've ever done without soldering. So shark bites, this is a test. Now the moment of truth. So I turned on the pump, I opened the valve. Looks like I got dirty water immediately in there, which is fine. Somewhat 1 micron I'm going to replace when the 5 micron comes. Right now there's water flowing through everything but this. Oh my God, I don't see a leak. That can't be. It cannot be like that easy. I see no leaks here whatsoever. This is opened in the open mode. Oh, okay, I didn't open up this. Okay, that did it. So that wasn't all the way in. That clip was not all the way in. Well, this clip keeps, well, the clip seems to stay in, but it's not holding in this piece. Eventually, as soon as I turn on the water down there and open up the line to the house, this pops up and comes right out of the socket. So I'm not sure. This is the 3rd time I reseated it, which is telling me there's either something wrong with the clip or I don't have it all the way down enough. But they look even to me. This side seems to stay in. This one stays in. This one does not. So not quite sure what's going on here. It's obviously the clip. So I'm gonna have to just mentally think about this for a few minutes. I do have older clips. I mean, this is the one that came with the unit. Apparently it's not working. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with this. I'm gonna probably have to pull that out again and put in one of the older clips and see if that's gonna keep it in. Now, I don't know which one. I mean, it seems, of course, when I first put it in, they all seem fine. It seems fine. It seems nice and tight. And yet, it pops out. Don't know what that could be. All right, so finally it's in. All working. Everything looks good in there. That looks good. So what the problem was these were not seated all the way. Even though the clip actually clicked in, it was not seated. And not only that, this one also appeared to be seated, but it also was not. Pushed it a little harder, and all of a sudden these clips went click on the ends here. But this is the one that popped out 4 times. This one to the right. And even though it looked seated, it wasn't. So now, after a good hard push, the clips actually clicked in. Even though they appeared to be already in, that wasn't the case. So once that was done, no leaks anywhere. So I must have prepped these pipes perfectly. There wasn't even a peep of a leak on these. Now look at that. That was white. And it's only been in for a bit. So it makes you wonder what's really coming up from the well. And that's dirty. But actually it was even dirtier before. I had to replace this. I had one in there for like 20 minutes. Had to be replaced. So at least this one is not as dark. But everything is settled now. So I think, give it another week, I'll put another one in. But this pre-filter with this built-in valve in here makes so much of a difference. So even though it was already, everything was flowing, I was able to pull this up and bypass everything without even having a hitch. I put the other one in, and this has been going for a bit now, and it's dirty. This one over here, the post filter, I haven't replaced since 11.9. So 11.9, it's been here since 11.9. And you can tell it was also dirty. Remember, it's supposed to be pure white. But this was put in way before I had the problems with the water, with the old water softener. So anyway, I'll replace them, give it a month. I'll see how everything settles down. So this is working fine. We still got the cold water is actually nice and refined, but because we have a hot water tank and there's still hot water in there with the hard water, I decided not to drain it out and waste the water. So it's going to take a little, probably 3 or 4 days before the clean water overtakes the hard water. It's clean, it's very hard. So we'll let that go for a bit. But I think we're actually done with our month-long worth of water issues between the pump going bad and the water softener going bad. So now I think we're in recovery mode. And that's about it. We'll keep an update on it and let you know.